1. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. Once again, this is Tarheel by Dark. This scene puts us smack dab in the middle of trying to escape Hurricane Matthew, which is chasing up the tails of our characters. Joining us tonight, of course, are myself as Harry Walsh, Izumi Konguseki as Faye Palmer, and
Mishi.
Sorry, Mishi. I've forgotten which.
I'm using my name of the account is not my name.
Okay, Mishi.
Just like your name is not overlapping Magisteria.
Okay, fair point. Anyway, this will be a little. Anyway, so joining us is Mishi, of course, is Faye Palmer, and joining us as well is Will Johnson as Bobby today. So the story goes that we are in a van, or that the characters are in a van, driving up the. Hang on, trying to find the correct road name here. Looks like the I something. I can't actually read this.
Probably 95.
Yeah, the I-95. Driving up the I-95 as we're trying to escape flooding from Hurricane Matthew. Walsh with a van full of cats and trying to pick people up along the way. Walsh basically turns to Faye and goes, "I can't believe I had to leave everything behind. Bloody mandatory evacuation of ECU. I could have held out there until this hurricane had passed."
Well, the cops don't know that you're a vampire. Which is probably for the best.
Yeah, well, I was going to try to bribe the cops, but, that probably would have just landed me in jail, so.
Probably.
And unfortunately, this puts my plans for the state on kibosh right now. Nobody's going to give two shits about a scientific paper or a paper trying to propose a new moral system based on science when they're all worried about scrambling for survival. Speaking of, how are these little ones? Faye turns and gently pets the head of one of the cats.
They seem to be doing all right. Faye's only half paying attention. She's trying to pay attention to the road, driving.
At this moment, Walsh gets a text from an old friend or from an old acquaintance. Will, hint, that's you.
A text with the gist that Bobby is in trouble and he cannot get up with his caretaker. He doesn't seem to be able to phone. He's not answering the phone. And what time that the phone is ringing, it's going direct to voicemail, and Bobby is very scared.
Walsh says, "Hey, Faye, do we have enough time to go pick up an old friend?"
Which old friend? Faye glances over to Walsh's cell phone and sees Bobby's name. Yeah, I think we've got room for Bobby.
Walsh quickly flips over to the weather map, which I will screen share for the benefits of those of you. For those of you who are curious about this, yes, this is in real time as Hurricane Matthew is affecting the state of Tarheel. They're probably about on the I-95, which is, I'm trying to figure out where the hell that is. That's the 11. Well, anyway, they find a route somewhere amongst all these no access signs. They find a route to where Bobby is. And they literally stop in front, and as they stop in front of Bobby's house, Walsh gets out of the van with pounding rain, hitting him. He bangs on the door and yells, "Bobby, get your ass out here! We don't have much time."
You have noticed on the way here that even the clearest road, that there is water about halfway up the side of the tires of the van. The door flies open, At which point you see that about ankle deep's worth of water begins to pour out of Bobby's haven.
Yeah. Bob, Will, sorry.
Faye leans out the driver's side window. Tell him to grab some clothes and a few bottles of blood and get in the van.
Walsh literally nods and turns back to Bobby and said, "You heard the lady. Move. We don't have much time." Walsh literally scoops Bobby up in his arms, and I'm actually going to roll strength brawl here just to do this quickly. Let's see, where is my character sheet? Okay, so this is going to be strength brawl.
You muted, bud.
Pardon?
You muted, bud.
Need it?
You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. The fuck? How the hell am I muted? Okay. Unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Walsh is going to roll strength brawl, and he's going to pop potence in the process just to make sure that he can, grab everything and, have the strength to carry it all. So that's going to be strength 3, brawl 2. I think it's brawl 2. So that's 5 dice with 2 auto successes from the potence. Or was that 3 successes? I've forgotten whether I had potence 3 or potence 2. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to take 2 of those dots. And with 2 auto successes, that is 3 successes overall because that one cancels. So 3 successes. Does Bobby try to resist?
No, you notice Bobby seems to be more in a state of shock than anything.
Yeah. Walsh literally just goes, "It's okay, Bobby. We'll get you to safety as quick as we can." And Walsh literally says, "By the way, where do you keep your bottles of blood? Where do you keep your bottles of V?"
He kind of points, but looks like he's a little either he doesn't know or he can't seem to remember in the crisis.
Walsh, I'm going to have Walsh. I'm going to roll a fate die to see whether or not Walsh succeed. Actually, what do I need to roll for? What do you think I need to roll for being able to find it quickly?
Faye's gonna jump out of the car with the big orange cat on her shoulder and run up to Walsh and Bobby to try to help.
All right, now you notice this because you actually are looking. He has a fountain in his front yard, and this fountain is severely overrunning. It's to the point of actually, as Faye has got out of the van, you actually, as the van doors opened, you feel a bit of water begin to run into the van, and as you exit, the water is about halfway your leg, just below knee deep.
Walsh looking around and seeing the water's probably gotten up to his about mid-calf right now. Says, "Screw it.
Yeah.
Well, screw it, Bobby. I'll share my supply with you. Let's get in the van and get out of here." Walsh literally opens the back door and jumps back into the back of the van. Now, do I need to roll a fate die to see whether the cats escape?
Most of the cats, except for the orange one, are in cages.
Oh, okay.
The big orange one's the only one that's not in a cage, and that's because he seems to somehow keep escaping the cage anyway.
Yeah, most of the cat. It's going to be.
Walsh quickly grabs Bobby and puts in the back, and in the process they basically run out, and as they're on their way out of as they're on their way back on the highway, I'm presuming Faye gets back in and starts driving. As Faye starts driving, Walsh quickly pulls out his cell phone, and calls the governor's mansion.
Roll me a fate die, please.
Fate die, because I've got a sneaking suspicion what's about to happen, but I want to see. Minus. This is not going to go good.
The call on your phone it seems to want to go through, but it's like you're getting kind of like you're getting static on the line. In addition to the fact that you're only hearing bits and pieces of the other side of the conversation, and it's at that point that the line just goes silent.
I'm going to do something a little bit extreme, and this is probably going to be. I'm going to do something a little bit extreme, and this is going to be a. This is literally going to be a fly by the seat of the pants thing, and we're going to see whether or not Walsh can pull it off.
Okay.
I'm going to increase my difficulty to 9 on this, maybe 10. Intelligent computers, specialty quantum.
Well, before you roll it, tell me exactly what you're doing.
Well, the thing is that Walsh has been working on. Remember that I said that Walsh has been working on a number of projects over the course of the downtime, the indefinite downtime that we've been on.
Mm-hmm.
One of those has been rebuilding a quantum logic gate for emergencies.
Given the weather, on top of the fact that you're doing it under extreme.
Sorry, you were saying, Will? Given the weather?
Given the weather and the fact that you're doing this under extreme stress, it's going to be a 10.
All right, 10 it is. Intelligence computer, specialty quantum computing to activate a connection to the Prince's phone line via quantum entanglement. 7, 8, 9 dice, difficulty 10. Holy fuck, I got 2 success. Nope.
No, you got 2 1s.
No, but that's...
You only got 1 success.
1 success might still be enough to at least establish a shaky connection.
Does it still double since you used your specialty?
Yes.
Yes.
2 successes.
So that's 2 successes.
2 successes that I managed to establish a connection to the Prince's line.
You get a busy signal.
Damn it. All right. Well, guess the Prince is out. But at this point, assuming that Walt, if you can unmute, Walsh is going to contact Red Owl. Hello.
I finally got it working. Oh boy.
Yeah.
My internet has been kicking itself.
I'm not.
Every time I try to start up Hangouts, it goes, no. All right, hang on.
Well, anyway, Walsh quickly contacts Red Owl and literally says to him with a single text line, "Get yourself to safety. This is going bad."
Text back. I didn't get the previous, so is there any context I need for what he's sending?
Basically, no. Basically, Walsh says, "Get yourself to safety. The storm's gotten worse than we expected."
Oh. Text back. The family's safe. Don't worry.
And at this point, I'm going to do that. That entanglement connection thing again at a different 10 to try to get a hold of Bobby's caretaker by phone.
Okay.
This is going to be So this is, and given the weather, this is difficulty 10. I'm really enjoying this. Let's see if I can pull it off. Crud! My 1 success and it gets neutralized. No success of getting Bobby's caretaker. Walsh literally text back Red Owl, "Have Bobby looking for caretaker. Any chance you could contact this number?" And says, and
Text back. Bobby's with you? Question mark.
Walsh texts back, "Affirmative. Bobby can't find caretaker. Bobby couldn't catch caretaker. We're taking him out of state to somewhere safe."
We'll try. His connection's a little shaky.
Walsh tries to Walsh texts back. Have quantum logic gate. Could get your help in establishing entanglement via cell phone line.
Long pause. Like couple seconds. Like sometimes they come back, within about 5 seconds. This is taking a bit.
Yep. Walsh also follows text. Walsh also follows text. Need route to safety. Roads closing every direction.
You get a text from a different phone that just says entanglement.
Entanglement's been established.
And from the phone that you're used to seeing messages from,
Yeah.
We'll work with contacts. Bear with me.
I'm gonna have because of the fact that the roads are
And
closed.
a couple seconds later, you get try 12.
Trying highway. Walsh turns to Faye and says, "Try highway 12. We might be able to get out on that route."
Faye takes the first turn onto Highway 12.
Meanwhile, I'm going to roll a fate die to see whether or not we get hit by something like.
Wait. I may have misunderstood. This is not a game. I may have misunderstood what Will was telling me. Will, that was for the other thing.
Yeah. That is so that you know.
Okay,
And
that's for the
Highway 12. Yeah.
Ignore that.
The Highway 12 that this refers to is that main long stretch that goes to Hatteras Island.
Okay.
It's the
All
only road that you get to Hatteras Island on.
Okay.
And I am going to send you one more thing. Pop this up.
Okay.
After they make their roll to see if they can get past on the road they just turned onto.
And this is a fate die for this, right?
On what they just turned onto? Okay.
Yeah.
And this is just a fate die,
Obviously,
correct?
Obviously, this is a daytime picture, but this is what you will see. And
so this is when they turn onto the road. He's going to tell them a road to try. And so this is what they're going to see when they turn on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to actually I'm actually going to roll that fate die with you guys watching.
Okay.
So here we go. And it was a blank.
Let's see. Where's Link? Where's Link? Media file. Nope, I'll have to pull it. Hang on. So what am I doing? Screen share.
Meanwhile, Walsh talks to Faye, and meanwhile, Walsh, as he's consoling Bobby and is talking to Faye, says, "I think we probably should pull one of the bottles of blood from my stash. We all might be getting hungry by now."
Yeah, probably.
Walsh literally reaches into his backpack and pulls a bottle out. And this is what we're seeing is a butt ton of water.
A lot of water. Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
in front of
two people. Obviously, that guy and his kid are not there, but
But this amount of water is what we see.
Yes.
Do you remember the Walsh is going to literally try something, and he's going to overload his. He's literally going to. Walsh is going to get out of the car, and he's going to say, "Faye, stop the car. I have an idea." I'm bringing up.
Faye stops the car, presumably before Walsh attempts to open the door.
Yeah, of course. Well,
make me a Dex athletics, please, when you open the door.
Me? Okay, athletics. That's 4 dice. 1 success, 2 successes, depending on the difficulty.
As you attempt to begin to push the door open, it's not budging.
Oh, crap. Walsh literally reaches into his backpack, and do you guys remember a little piece of technology that Walsh had been working on ostensibly for the prince at one of Marquez's institutions?
Remind me.
The anti-grav machine. The artificial gravity using solenoid loops. Walsh is about to try something very freaking dangerous, and it either may work.
Extremely.
I'm gonna try science.
Yep. Walsh literally says, if Faye stops the car, Walsh literally reaches in and reaches into his backpack and pulls a device out with gets out his pliers and some wire cutters and literally breaks into the tries to reach past Faye and break through the footwell into where the wires are.
What the fuck are you doing to my van?
Long story, Faye. I'll explain in a sec. I need to roll intelligence.
You said you stopped the van. Did you turn the van off?
No.
As you see that he's reaching down there, as you look back up, your temperature gauge is steadily climbing.
Hang on, I still have to make a roll. This is going to be, Bill. I'm thinking this is going to be intelligence technology followed by wits crafts.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. This is intelligence technology specialty engineering, 9 dice, followed by wits crafts specialty engineering. Okay, so only one of those got neutralized. But assuming that I've got this at a low enough difficulty, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So I know what I'm doing. Now the wits crafts roll to actually pull this off. I'm also going to need a fate die to make sure that this doesn't fuck up. Because even with the connection, let me double check my wits. That's 3. Yeah, okay, so 6 dice. Wits crafts.
Yay for introduction of fate to mess everything up.
We'll see how this works, but like I said, this is going to be
under the circumstances, and for viewers that are maybe watching, this is not that. This is based on what is really happening in North Carolina right now. Case in point, myself, I am currently displaced by the flood, and the only reason that someone's going to be asking, well, why are you on here if you're displaced by the flood? Because I need to do something to keep from going insane.
Yep. 4 successes to integrate the anti-grav technology into the power supply. Walsh is now going to literally, this is where the fake die comes in. Walsh is literally going to hit the gas to rev up the engine as far as he can to get the anti-grav machine to set a field out underneath the car so it can technically do a quick jump over the flooded waters. This is where the fake die comes in.
All right, now keep in mind.
Don't I have to hit the gas though since I'm in the driver's seat?
Yes, you probably.
By the way,
tell me to hit the gas.
Yep.
Your temperature gauge, Mishi, is just cresting into the red.
Yeah.
You're overheating.
We're gonna die.
All right, fake die. Let's see if this works. Blank.
All right, as you hit the gas, I need you there, Mr. Science Type.
Yes.
I need you to soak 4 bashing as you feel some type of hot, viscous liquid shoot into your face.
Okay. 4 bashing. So I've got a stamina of 3 if memory serves. I've got a stamina of 2. So that's going to be 2 of that bashing under stamina. Step 2. 2 successes. So I take 2 bashing rather than 4.
Mm-hmm. So yes, you have just now realized what happened. The oil well on her van has apparently exploded.
Oh joy. Did we manage to make the jump though?
Yeah, right into the middle of the water.
Oh crap.
You asshole, you asshole, you asshole!
Oopsie. plus would have gotten you over it, I think.
Plus would have.
Walsh is going to attempt again with the second fate die, and he's probably going to bust the van in the process.
But what are we getting?
Walsh is going to say,
This is what we call tempting fate, quite literally.
we're about to, Walsh says, hit the gas again. We're either going to get swept away by the current, or we're going to make it past the water. Not much choice otherwise. Second attempt.
Faye just floors it.
As she hits it, we get a plus die. The anti-grav jumps us.
Oh.
Just onto the other side.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Barely.
Again, I mean.
You get a text? You're not sure why you're getting a text? You get a text from Red Owl. Nice job, kid. Just to Harry.
Walsh with entanglement established, now takes the anti-grav machine and applies it to his cell phone because we're about to do something very dangerous in order to try to get to a safe location.
In the midst of this crisis, Faye, you have looked up trying to get your bearings again. You notice that you are sitting beside of what looks like either a it's a little hard to see in the pouring rain and in the darkness. Some type of a fast food restaurant. You're not sure if it's a Hardee's, a Mickey D's, or what. But you can clearly make out by the van's headlights the marquee that is on the building, on the restaurant sign. And this is the area sign. It reads as follows. Mark, Luke, and John, you need to come get your boy.
I'm going to have Walsh roll intelligence occult for that.
You don't need to. That's a very obvious biblical reference.
Yep.
You would know.
Do I need to launch into the stupid rhyme that my Sunday school teacher taught me?
No, probably not.
Is it the books?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John went to bed with their trousers on. Luke fell out in the middle of the night and said, "My trousers are too tight."
Okay.
Yeah. Walsh literally gets
no questions.
Walsh, seeing the marquee of the restaurant, Walsh gets out of the van, still holding Bobby, and basically runs into the restaurant trying to find a safe place to dry off that's not flooded.
It's closed. The door. It looks as though there is no power in the restaurant. The only reason she could read that was by her van lights. And the door looks to be closed and locked.
Is it flooded inside?
I can't tell.
I'm going to have Walsh roll perception alertness to see if it's flooded. 4 dice, perception alertness.
It's probably still too dark.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
While you're looking, you get a buzz. Just let me know when you check it.
Walsh will first what do I find with 5 successes?
Yeah.
There is water in this inside of this building. What you're looking at basically is like a lobby, like a vestibule type lobby, where this door opens into. There's another set of double doors inside. You can see what looks like water on the inside of the main building, and it's beginning to leak out of the main building into this lobby area.
Walsh basically shakes his head and runs back to the van, but feeling the buzz, he checks it while he's on his way. He's holding Bobby one arm while he's checking the phone.
Another text message from Red Owl. Found Mr. Jordan, Highway 12, with the Duke.
Walsh says, we need to make a beeline to Highway 12.
You also get another text message. You get another text message that shows a map. East Coast.
East Coast.
It's
in the flooding.
It's all the way onto the outer banks of the state. It's a it is a minimum 6-hour drive.
I'm going
underwater. Do not advise rescue.
Walsh literally in a desperate.
Faye looks at Walsh and says, "You just got squirted with oil from my van. I don't think we're going anywhere."
That's when Walsh says Walsh checks the power because there's probably still the battery on the van, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the battery. Yeah, the battery is working.
Yeah.
The electronics of the van seems to be working. Just the propulsion of the van is going to be fucked.
Walsh says to Red Owl, contact. Walsh says to Red Owl, contact Wallace. Use contact Wallace. Use emergency protocol entangled to this phone.
Sending.
Within seconds of you seeing both of those, a small yellow exclamation mark appears on your phone beside of those two messages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Both of you see that.
Now,
Yep.
Walt's not understanding.
Both of you see that. Then you see a message that says under it that says message not received.
Oh, what they sent.
Yeah.
So canceling that.
Walsh literally wrote. I'm going to, because of the fact that the previous entanglement was established. Oh, it's been cut. Crap. Walsh literally tied to the battery basically makes a desperate gamble, and this is literally going to be a manipulation science difficulty 10. We're pulling. This is a last desperate gambit right now. This is probably going to knock Walsh out if he takes the bashing that I suspect he's going to take from this. This is going to be, where's my manipulation? That's 2 science, 4 specialty physics. I'm gonna put specialty. I'm gonna put specialty applied physics in this. That's 6 dice, difficulty 10. Don't let me fuck this up. 3, 2, 1. Botch.
Not entirely.
No, that was a botch. This was a difficulty.
Yeah,
10. This was a difficulty 10. That's
feel-
2.
As you begin to make the connection, you feel the battery compartment of the phone begin to heat up and at that point you also feel some type of hot burning liquid begin to escape from the battery compartment.
Walsh shoots the phone as far as he can. I'm going to roll strength athletics. And I'm going to roll strength athletics, popping 2 potents to get 2 auto successes. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes to throw the phone before it explodes.
All right. You're able to do so, and it actually smacks a tree that is waving in this hurricane gale force wind here. And as doing so, you apparently knock through it with such force that you actually are able to knock one of the limbs of the tree loose, causing it to fall across the windshield of the van.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Faye's about to do a frenzy check. Oh gosh. Just straight willpower, right?
For frenzy?
Yeah,
No, that's self-control.
that's self-control. You lucky bastard. Faye very calmly gets out of the van and lights herself a cigarette.
Wait. Okay, so through the phone at a tree, is that right?
Yes.
I was paying attention to other stuff, catching up here.
He threw the phone at a tree. He threw it with such force because he popped 2 potents and got total success on his dice roll. He essentially got an exceptional success So he knocked the branch of the tree loose,
Okay.
but it fell across the windshield of the van.
Oh. Okay. And
That's
so
what she was
she's
heroic.
smoking to calm down.
She's smoking in the rain.
And he's still in it, right?
He's still in the van, to my knowledge.
You hear from the speakers of the van, how are you? Can you?
Walsh says, I can barely hear you. Who is this?
Fred, can you? Trying to got entangle battery.
Walsh, I'm going to have him roll. Walsh says, I hear you, and I'm going to have him roll manipulation science one more time using the battery of the van. What's left of the battery of the van as a power supply to get the
Radio. And then whenever I'm quiet, it's just a very low hum of static.
Yeah. But Walsh is going to try to use this entanglement to get to Red Element. Last one,
Okay,
different. Fuck. God damn it, that was a failure. The hurricane is just making things extremely...
Was it a failure or an actual botch?
It was a failure this time.
Okay.
He
So
got
it just doesn't
enough
connect.
one. Yeah.
You can keep attempting, though.
Yeah, you can keep trying.
All right, well, we're going to do it one more time.
Because he's keeping it open. Or
Yeah.
he's keeping access to it. You still hear
One
the...
more. Failure. Come on. Botch.
Ooh.
Mm.
At this
Ouch.
point, the battery of the... At this point, the battery of the
I
van
need
is
you
supposed
to. I need you to make a difficult roll, another frenzy, at +2 difficulty. However, you do have your coping mechanism with you, so it will reduce it to a +1 difficulty.
I can't hear you.
You need to make another frenzy check. It would be a +2 difficulty, but because you're coping, it's at a +1.
Okay.
Barely made it.
Barely made it.
You're fine.
Now, I would like for you to make a. I would like for you to make a fate die roll to see if it's raining heavy enough to put your cancer stick out.
Oh. Oh, this is going to be bad.
Oh God!
Yep.
Yes.
It put my cancer stick out.
Yes.
And let me guess, it's too wet to light it again, right?
Well, I don't know. The filter has disintegrated in your hand.
Nasty mushy mess.
Okay.
So now you're.
Is this going to be a third frenzy check?
No, at this point, it's a a screw it situation. You rolled high, enough. You rolled high enough on that last one not to worry about it.
Faye gets back in
Will?
the van.
Another curveball for Will.
I'd already planned on it.
You still got the from the radio, and over the radio you hear. Stand clear.
God, so a helicopter. Walsh.
You want to make me a perception alertness. Not very difficult. It's pretty easy to see, but it's a ways up there.
I've got one more thing for him to do on this.
Okay. You got one more thing before it happens?
Okay, then we'll cancel that roll.
Just their hearing it is all.
No,
it was loud enough for you to hear.
No. That
What?
perception roll will handle both things.
Okay, so one
Oh.
this.
Both of
One
us roll
success.
perception?
Yeah, both of you
Yeah.
roll it. Because he didn't see crap with that one.
Ah, no. No, I failed. So I'm getting back in the van, and Faye takes her
All right.
cigarette box and cracks Walsh in the back of the head with it.
All right. We'll
Stop
do yours because
fucking
I'm not sure
around.
what it's going to be.
Okay. Guthrie, you said you got a success, didn't you?
Yes, one success.
Okay. You can hear what sounds like overhead over this driving, beating wind and rain. What almost sounds like a hum of like a. And you also have noticed in the side view mirror of the van, you see what looks like a set of red and blue strobe lights.
Walsh goes, "Oh, great. We've at least got help now. Maybe."
Was that what you were doing, Will? That's all it. Okay.
And
All
that
right.
set of police lights are approaching and look to be approaching from across where the road was flooded out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so back where that came from.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you also can hear what sounds like an outboard engine coming from that same direction as the police lights.
Walsh literally goes, "Oh, a police boat. Thank God."
Trustworthy. Go.
Actually, this is a bad thing.
Oh, joy.
By the way, it was garbled enough. You're not sure if what was said was positive or negative.
Yep.
There was something about the police boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walsh literally just sits tight in the van and basically goes, "Let's just wait and see if they go by. Or see if they come and help us."
We are 3 vampires with a load of half vampire kittens in the back of my van. Those are probably mortal police officers, if we're lucky.
Seems to be in response.
It's at that point you see what looks like a high power flood lamp get turned on.
Oh, joy.
Clarify for them, ground or air? Level. Ground level. Okay. So yeah, the boat just turned on its floodlight.
Get down, stay down.
Walsh literally hits the floor of the car and holds Bobby down too.
Helicopter. Not landing. Interference. True mortals.
The light begins to kind of sweep back and forth as the lights begin to approach. And it's that point you hear a voice. I think we got something.
Shit.
Walsh literally just stays.
The light.
You hear?
It's a van. He goes. It sounds almost like he's kind of like maybe calling in a report of some type.
Mm-hmm.
You hear his voice, and you hear what sounds like radio chatter coming from the boat, and the voice goes on to describe the Forgotten Midnight's van, including giving the plate number.
We've got a problem.
Yeah.
You also okay? You hear this over the radio? Rescue 1, this is Eagle Eye 1 report.
Walsh
This is Officer Houston. This is we have in our sights one van times one. Looks to be no occupants. Over.
Might be important
Rescue 1.
might be important to you,
Rescue
Will.
1. Okay. Go
Might
ahead,
be
Missy.
sorry. What might be important to you, Will? The van does have the Forgotten Midnight's logo on both side doors, and the back doors, which open up for kennels.
I figured it
Mhm.
might.
Mhm.
Stand by, Eagle Eye. It's when it's ground to Eagle Eye. Delayed that previous report. Can we get a 10-6 on a Forgotten Midnights? Fox uniform. Ralph. Golf. Oscar. Tango. Echo. November. Midnights.
Roger, Rescue. Running now. Rescue. Eagle Eye to handle. Move on.
Copy that. Moving along. Over and out.
You hear again. Seems like the same kind of thing. Dispatch. This is Eagle Eye moving in.
Walsh gets his anti-grav machine up and running. Walsh goes, "Oh, I'm an idiot," and remembers that he still had the battery pack, the 12-volt battery, the 12 kilowatt-hour battery pack in his backpack, and literally fuses. I'm going to roll intelligence, technology, specialty engineering, followed by witchcraft, specialty engineering. Oh, that one worked. With regard to the antigrav, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
At this
6.
time, steadily, the blade sounds are getting louder and louder and louder.
And
And
while it's
I'm not going to even make you roll. If you look out the window, oh, go ahead, Will.
In the process of you hearing that,
Okay, yeah.
you see, and you can see it from the rearview mirror. You see the back of Bobby's head pops up, and he yells something back across the water. Hey, where are you going? We need help.
Oh, fuck me!
Over the radio itself. Shut.
Walsh literally.
Faye jumps out of the van and grabs Bobby from behind and tosses him into the back of the van with the cat.
This sounds
the door.
yellow. You hear. This becomes crystal clear. I'm going to do this, Will. This becomes crystal clear. You hear yelling in a language you don't. Neither of you have Hebrew, do you?
No.
Both of you hear this in a language you don't. But it's actual words.
By the way, Walsh just completed his.
Ground rescue. This is ground rescue to Eagle Eye. Over.
Eagle Eye to rescue. Ignore. Eagle Eye to handle.
Copy that. Just moving to inform. We have confirming occupants times 1 in that the van regarding that previous report. How copy? Over.
5 by 5. Understood. We'll handle.
Walsh, by the way,
That over now.
Walsh completed his wits, crafts, and engineering specialty engineering role with 5 successes, and literally has set a 12 kilowatt-hour battery he was carrying with him to his anti-grav machine. He has enough blast there for 3 repellent anti-grav blasts to basically fire at anything that comes his way.
And you have seen that police boat, the flood lamp, has turned away from the van and appears to be making its way back across. You're not entirely sure because they seem to be scanning this area. They're either making their way back across the road or further down where the flooding has occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Stand down. Allies incoming. It
Walsh,
sounds like David
Yep.
mimicking what you've heard previously.
Yep. Walsh literally puts the having connected the anti-grav machine, puts it back in his backpack.
Can't have you messing with friends now, can we?
But Walsh at least has it available as a backup plan now.
So,
And you have noticed that the chopper apparently has decided that the safest place to do this rescue is the roof of that fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
no, Will, scratch that. Better idea.
No, they would have to, because
Will,
the water at this
better
the
idea.
water at this point is beginning to rise. So, but if you
Will,
have something better, go for it.
scratch that idea. You see that it comes over, you see it hover a bit, and you see heads pop over looking around. And then it goes over the van and stops and hovers. Like 20 feet up.
I know what this is.
Stand free. Stand free.
Walsh steps back.
No, you're still in the van, right?
No, Walsh has gotten out of the van by this point.
Oh,
Which, by the way, the whole time
Now-
that you guys are getting in and out of this van, you're beginning to feel moisture seeping into the van.
Mhm.
You know it's not
You
the flood,
see-
but you feel it.
This far
I'm in
down,
the
you
back of the
see a
van with
head
Bobby and the cat.
pop one of the doors and look down. And this one has a what do you call it? This one has an ivy cap. Hi guys. It's Harry.
Yeah.
It's the other Harry.
Walsh looks up and goes,
Looks like you need some help. Hang on.
"Yep."
And then pulls back. And a couple seconds later, poof! Short explosion, or small explosion, and then 4 bits of rope drop from the sides,
Walsh
like
opens the back door to the van and
front-
says, "Yeah."
front, back, left, and right.
Walsh opens the door to the van and says, "Guys, grab hold. We can go." As for the cats, tie them in.
Door comes out again. Negative. The van's coming with.
Walsh gets into the van and ties ropes on.
You can see that there are hooks on the ends of the ropes.
Walsh starts hooking.
Put them on something sturdy.
Swing low, swing low, swing low. Yep. I used to do this when I was in the military, and I know what he's doing.
So I won't make you roll for it. You managed to get it in appropriate spots with him yelling down, "No, try a little bit back," that kind of thing.
Yeah. And with
All right, kids, hang on. And over the radio, now it's very clear. You hear, this is David again. All right, kids, hang on. It's going to be a little bumpy.
To which you actually
And-
Bobby speak. And those of you guys that are in the van, you actually hear Bobby speak. "I've never flown before."
It's okay,
the
Bobby.
radio?
Neither have I.
Over the radio, here's your chance, kids.
Walsh,
And there's a little bit of a as the ropes go taut.
yep.
and then you feel yourself lifting ever so slowly.
Walsh yells out from the window. You guys got an extra rope up there?
Head pops out, and it's on the other side this time.
Yeah.
And it's a face without, and it's a hideous face. Have either of you seen him without a mask? I wonder.
Probably not. I'm gonna have to roll. What is it till I roll not to puke?
That would be a self-control.
Okay, rolling
Yeah,
self-control,
that'll
not to puke. Ooh, I've only got 2 dots.
This is what you see.
Rolling self-control, not to puke. Ooh, 1 success. I got lucky. Walsh keeps his guts down.
But you see
You
this,
failed
and he
it
goes,
You failed it, but you're good.
"Oh, what? Oh yeah, you got a little queasy, but you held it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry." And he switches.
That being queasy could have to do with the fact that you're, I don't know, flying across the state of North Carolina in a van suspended from a helicopter as well.
Oh, not yet. They're just bare. I mean, the wheels, you can tell the wheels are still on, but you're running super lighter than you've ever run. That kind of feeling. But yeah, without the suit, he's in. Just looks like rags almost. Leans out. Sorry about that. You said 5th rope. Hang on. Ducks back in, and whoof, another one comes out with the same hook. Don't know where you're going to put that because you're fairly secure, but oh, did I lose him? Crap.
Hope not. I still got you.
Yeah, I think they. We lost. Yeah, I think we lost them. Whoops. There we go. Kind of.
Hello. Okay.
There we go.
You're back.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
Mishi just dropped. She's gonna have to reconnect, but.
Yep.
But yeah, you get your 5th rope for whatever reason.
Okay. Walsh literally doing faith thing. Walsh literally.
Uh-oh.
Their net may
Lost him
start
again.
Sounds like the net's gonna start acting up. Good thing, Google. This is why we don't like you right now. I understand, there's a major natural disaster going on in the southeastern United States, but this is pretty common for you when there's not a natural disaster going on.
Mm-hmm. When I can get 4 to 6 bags at any other time, and then open up Hangouts and it drops to less than 1, something's wrong.
Yeah. So, for those of you that may be watching while we're in this small bit of dead space here, great game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that may be confused out of your mind as to what we are doing, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a role-playing game. This is Vampire the Masquerade. We are using the 20th anniversary edition of the rules, the most recent Masquerade rule set, and we are currently taking new players. You can find out more about us at sites.google.com/Tarheel by Dark, or you can find us on our Facebook group at Tarheel by Dark by that same name.
And let's see if Mishi and Guthrie can test. Test your. Nope.
No.
Lost.
Hey, I'm
Guthrie.
back. I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I think Guthrie's coming back.
All right. I'm not sure what he wanted that fifth rope for. I'm just as
Yeah.
just as lost.
No clue. I'm interested though. It's like,
Yeah.
why would he need a fifth?
The only thing I can think of is he's got something he doesn't want to get wet.
Pot. No, Walt, you're not gonna make that joke. And everybody understood it without me making it. Uh-oh. And if you didn't understand that joke, get out.
Mm-hmm. We'll tell you when you're younger.
We might not have him back. Mission test. Well, this is going swimmingly.
Yes, it might have, speaking of jokes. And you know what the beautiful thing is? I think he started the hangout. Which means he has to.
Yep, there mission went.
Which means he has to end it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Guthrie to I'm gonna show Guthrie how to download the MP4 for this, and get him to upload it to a Google Drive or something, and see if one of us can download it out of there, and using like Minicam or something, and edit out the dead space here.
Cool. Okay.
See if we can figure out how to do it. But yeah, like I said, update on my situation. I am staying with family right now, or both of us are. We're staying with family right now. We've got Mishi in the barn. We got Lacey is in the barn for right now. She's scared to death, and
Phone internet shut down.
oh Jesus!
Whoops.
Whoops! Sorry about that, viewers.
Fun.
I still would love to know what they wanted that fifth rope for.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, this has been part 1 of episode 3 of season 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back. Barely,
Wow.
but
All right. See, ladies and gentlemen, Google has technical difficulties even above the border.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
You're back, but you're roboting.
You're roboting hard.
I am a Terminator. I am a T-100. I am the Canadian version of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oi.
My voice sounds like a robot. And I don't know why my Arnold Schwarzenegger sounds more like he's from like Swedish or something, not Austrian.
Yeah.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's from Sweden, yeah. He's from the cold, from the Alps in Sweden.
And if this doesn't get cut out, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. This is the crap that happens.
Tarheel by Dark behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And just think, well, we now have a reason to, we now have Patreon supporter gifts, because this is going to get cut from the normal video. Yep, that'll be the new Patreon support, the extended videos.
That works. Yeah. You support us, you get to see these weird moments.
Mm-hmm. You get to see these weird technical problems. Because honestly, once we cut technical problems out, so half of these videos would be less than like 40-minute videos. Instead of being like 3.5 hours.
Probably, yeah. I still think it's funny that it still shows Guthrie in the call.
Right. Like I said, good job, Google. Way to go, guys. All the way over there in California, still can't get your crap straight.
Oh,
But yeah,
I
like I
think
said,
there's one in
on a
Raleigh
serious
now.
note,
So, heh.
yeah, but considering the fact of what kind of shape the state is in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, on a serious note regarding my situation, we are physically safe, but I don't know if the aunt could mentally handle losing her trailer again to a flood because she's already lost it. She lost that trailer in Floyd.
You know,
She
it
lost a
looks
trailer
like
in that same
just a
location.
little. It looks like just a little of the underpinning and maybe some of the siding. Really
Yeah,
doesn't look that bad.
But see, she's really concerned about water getting in the house. Now, I think it's going to be okay, but I'm also trying to be.
So, guys, I'm going to end the hangout here because of the fact that I'm losing connection.
Okay, so guys,
That's fine. We can do part 2 later.
So this has been episode 3, part 1 of season 2, and stay tuned. Maybe next week, depending on how things work out. We may get to do part 2 and see what that 5th rope is for.
All right. Catch you guys later. See you guys.